My name is Mary. My story began with pain long before I understood what pain really meant. I was born in a small town near Chicago. The night I came into the world, my father did not smile. He did not hold me in his arms. He did not kiss my forehead like other fathers do in stories. He only stared at me with cold, empty eyes. Why? Because he wanted a son, but I was a daughter. Even when I was very young, only 8 years old, I could feel it. Children notice more than adults think. I saw how he treated me. I saw how he treated my mother, too. Many nights the walls shook with his shouting. Sometimes he threw things, sometimes he raised his hand against her. My mother, Maria, tried to protect me, but she couldn't protect herself. One morning, without a word, my father walked out of the house. He did not turn back. He never returned. After he left, life became harder than I could imagine. My mother worked day and night to keep us alive. She cleaned people's houses, washed their clothes, cooked food in strangers' kitchens. I went with her because there was no one else to lead me with. I carried buckets of water, wiped floors, and learned to stay quiet. Sometimes kind families gave us leftover food. Sometimes it was dry bread or cold rice. But we ate it with thankful hearts because hunger does not wait. We lived in a tiny, broken house on the edge of town. The roof leaked when it rained. Cold wind came in through cracked windows. At night, I lay awake, listening to my stomach growl like a wild animal, but I never cried out. I did not want my mother to hear and feel more pain. Every month, the landlord came, knocking hard on the door. "Pay the rent or get out," he shouted. My mother begged him, "Please, just a few more days." But he never cared. Life was unfair. Still, one thing was true. I loved my mother more than anything. She was all I had. But one night, everything changed. My mother held my hand tightly. Her eyes looked different, almost empty, like she had made a terrible decision. "Mary," she whispered, "your life will be better now." I did not understand. Where were we going? She led me to a big house with tall gates. Inside, a rich old man sat on a wide leather chair. His name was Mr. Allen. His eyes were sharp, his mouth thin, his hands covered in rings. He looked at me the way people look at furniture or animals, something to own, not someone to love. Then, in front of me, he gave my mother $5,000 in cash. My heart froze. I understood. My mother was selling me. I clutched her hand. "Mama, take me with you," I cried. But she pulled her hand away. I grabbed her dress, begging with tears, but she pushed me hard. I fell to the floor. Then she slapped me across the face. My head spun. "If you follow me, I will kill you," she whispered coldly. And then she walked away. She never looked back. That night, my childhood ended. Mr. Allen was rich, but he was cruel. He shouted at his workers, slapped them when they made mistakes. He ordered me to clean his shiny black car every night. I was just a child, tired and broken, but he did not care. One night, I heard him tell his driver, "If this girl tries to run, I'll kill her." I was terrified. I had no one to run to anyway. I pressed his feet when he ordered, polished his shoes, and cleaned his office until my fingers ached. Many nights I cried myself to sleep, whispering for my mother, but the only answer was silence. Days turned into months, months into years. I grew, but inside I still felt like the little girl who was abandoned. Then one day, something unexpected happened. Mr. Allen tested me. He left $10,000 on the table in his office. He told me to dust the shelves. The money was right there, shining under the lamp. My heart pounded. I thought of food, clothes, freedom, but I did not touch it. Later, he came back and checked. He saw the money still there. For the first time, his face softened. "Do you want to study?" he asked. I nodded quickly. My eyes filled with tears. That was the first tiny spark of hope in my life. He began to teach me about business. He gave me books. I worked harder than ever before. I read late into the night about money, trade, leadership, and people. I wanted to prove myself, to climb higher, to escape the chains of my past. By the time I was 25, I had become his most trusted helper. One night he told me, "Mary, you are my daughter now. You are my family." He had no children of his own. He gave me his company, and I carried that company like a heavy crown. At 28, I was named CEO. People called me Madam Mary. I was powerful. I was rich. But more important, I was fair. I gave workers good salaries, respected their dignity, and helped poor families because I knew what hunger and cold felt like. People admired me. One cold evening, I was driving my Range Rover through downtown Chicago. The city lights shone on wet streets. Suddenly, I saw an old woman with messy hair and trembling hands begging for food on the corner. A strange ache hit my chest. I stopped my car and gave her some money. She didn't even lift her head. She just muttered a thank you and walked away. The next evening, I was driving again. To my shock, the same old woman stumbled right in front of my car. I slammed the brakes, heart racing, and rushed out. A small crowd gathered. I bent down, touched her face gently, and asked if she was okay. Slowly, her eyes opened, and my world stopped. It was my mother, the same mother who had sold me. At first, she did not recognize me. Her face was tired, her eyes clouded. I asked, "Do you have a family?" Her lips trembled. "I had a daughter once, but I lost her." Something inside me broke. I whispered, "You didn't lose her. You sold her." She froze. Slowly, her eyes widened. She looked straight at me. Recognition spread across her face like fire. "Mary," she gasped. Tears poured down her cheeks. She fell at my feet, sobbing. "I made a mistake. I never forgot you. Please forgive me." On the outside, I stood tall. On the inside, my heart was shattering. My mind screamed with anger, but another voice whispered, "She is still your mother." I helped her stand up. My eyes filled with tears. "Come with me," I said softly. She could hardly believe it. Reporters who had gathered filmed everything. The whole city soon knew my story. The very next day, one of my guards came into my office. "Ma'am," he said carefully, "a man is outside. He says he is your father." I froze. My father? The man who abandoned us? I walked out, and there he was, old, weak, crying. He fell to his knees. "Forgive me," he whispered. I stared at him. Memories rushed back, the shouting, the violence, the silence when he left. My chest ached with old wounds. But then I looked at my mother beside me. She was crying too. I realized both of them were broken people, and I had a choice to let my pain rule me or to free myself with forgiveness. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Then I bent down, lifted my father to his feet, and said, "Come inside." Everyone gasped, my guards, the reporters. But I knew this was my real success. Not my money, not my cars, not my company. My real success was my heart. Today, I have both my parents with me. We eat together. We laugh together. We try to heal the old wounds. My pain did not win. My love did. Some people say forgiveness is weakness, but I know the truth. Forgiveness is freedom. If this story touched your heart, please share it with someone. And don't forget to like and comment.